what are close rates kind of looking like, sort of, industry by industry, or are they geographical? I mean, do deals close faster in Florida than they do in Washington? And seasonality, right? So I'm selling tractors, and now all of a sudden it's October, and is the closing rate different in October than it is in May, when it's like I gotta get this tractor out into the field, like, right now. Yeah. And then also advertising channels. So clients, obviously they're, everything's multi-channel, so they're going to be advertising on Facebook and Google Ads and programmatic and all these different channels they can use. And do we see different close rates, based on the way that we advertise and stuff like that?
100%. I mean, so we kind of touched on the fact that these close rates are definitely industry specific, right? I mean, they are specific to the organization and vary even within the industry. There's no doubt about it. Geography, that's kind of human nature, I guess, right? I mean, we work with some international clients. We've got some folks up in Western Canada that are coming out of snowfall here, while the east coast of the United States it's been spring for a while, right? So yeah, I mean, geography plays into this as well. But again, I'm not so sure that the close rate necessarily varies. It's more of the process associated with, and it enhances or heightens the need for that great process to be in place. Because if your window is shorter, your selling season is shorter, right? You got to make hay when the sun shines, so to speak. So we see some of that. Certainly, I think if you look at certain products, we see some geographical highs and lows as a result of that as well. But again, that's so much industry specific, and same thing with seasonality. I think the advertising channels is an interesting one, because we definitely see a difference on where the leads are coming from, right? We all know in the world of sales, certainly a warm referral and somebody introducing Tom to Billy over here, in terms of, you just bought a tractor X and you're thinking about buying that, and you wanted a dealership, you're that warm lead, you're gonna close at a really high rate, right? But we see leads coming in from certain digital channels to be much further along in the funnel than others, right? And so I know we don't want to make this a talk on digital and what's working and what's not, but I look at some basic things. Like, we look at Facebook lead ads, for instance, and across our client base, it seems as though leads on that particular platform come in much higher in the funnel. In fact, we've talked a lot that sometimes they're almost outside of the funnel as far as their level of interest. Not to say that they don't end up converting, but there's some work to be involved to get those folks through the funnel, and you better have a strategy in place to be able to get them through the funnel. Versus somebody that's come in through more of an intent-based, search, right? And since they've interacted with your brand, and maybe they've entered from PPC, they're a little further down funnel. But I tell you, we see tremendous results, both conversion-oriented and ultimately shortening that close time frame through retargeting channels. Retargeting is, obviously they've already interacted with your brand. They've been around, maybe visited once or twice to the site. We're reaching them now with a different message through our retargeting channels, and we're able to bring them back and convert them. We see those conversions converting and turning into sales at a faster rate.
Right. That's wonderful. And within that retargeting, are you then talking about adding channels like email and things once you've got them, once you've got them on the hook a little bit, so to speak?
Well, so 100%, right? I mean, so there's retargeting as a whole, which I think we know, right? Which is a consumer or a lead has visited your website. Maybe they've filled out a form and entered the funnel. Maybe they haven't, but we've got a chance to continue that conversation, wherever they go on the internet, right? That's the basics of retargeting. If we got them to convert on their initial visit or second visit, filled out a form and entered it, then yes, we're putting email in the mix, and we're going to nurture those. We don't consider that retargeting. We consider that nurturing, and we're going to nurture them through their path to purchase.